Rob Moreno here with Sentry Equipment.
And Angelo D'Ambrosio.
And on this edition of our Recipe for Success, we're going to be making some unique Italian water ice. So Italian water ice, everybody thinks, hey, mango, cherry, blue raspberry, sugar, stabilizer. That's pretty simple, right? It's water, it's sugar, it's flavoring, and it's some type of stabilizing agent. And look, that sells. Mango and cherry and blue raspberry, comprise most of the sales for a lot of Italian ice shops. Well, we're trying to teach our customers in this series how you can be unique and do different things and create flavors thinking outside the box. Not necessarily what your suppliers supply, but just walking around your grocery store. And we've done a ton with ice cream. Ice cream gives you a lot more avenues to be creative with different flavors and ingredients. Ice is different. What can you do with ice? Well, today we're going to make a buttermilk pancake Italian ice. And we have a lot of ingredients in this. And the point is to show you the possibilities of what you can make. So, in this recipe, we're going to use a vanilla water ice base. So we're going to have 64 ounces of that. We're going to pour that in. We're going to use some ice cream mix. Ice cream mix is when you add ice cream mix to your water ice, and you can add this to anything, it creates what's called a cream ice. So it gives it a little bit more of a sorbet type feel, a little bit akin to a creamy water ice rather than a more ice-based, water-based water ice. So we're going to throw that in. Straight that up for me. We have about 8 ounces of stabilizer. What does stabilizer do? Well, stabilizer slows the separation process of an Italian ice. You have these little ice crystals, and they're filled with flavor. That flavor pops, right? Over time, what happens is that the flavor separates from the ice crystal, and it goes to the bottom. If you've ever had an icy or even an Italian ice that may be old, you see that the ice is up top and all that flavor is in the bottom. That's the separation. Stabilizer helps slow that process. It keeps the ice crystal smooth and consistent. It's important. It extends the shelf life of your ice. Now, too much stabilizer, if you've ever had ice you get from the supermarket and you go to eat and it's like gummy, well, that's got so much stabilizing agent because that ice could have been made 6 months ago. So they put a lot of preservatives, a lot of stabilizers in there to maintain the flavor in there. It becomes gummy. So we need a good balance. In this, where we're making 3 gallons of ice, 8 ounces is a pretty good balance. We're going to use a pound of sugar. We'll mix that in. And we're going to use a pound of just generic off-the-shelf pancake mix. And then I'm going to use 12 ounces of off-the-shelf maple syrup. You don't have to get too fancy with the maple syrup. You don't need like glass bottle maple syrup. You can just get a regular syrup. Right? And then we're going to add some water to this. You can add as much water. The reason we're adding water is to just help the product be a little bit more whiskable. So we're going to add some water into this too. You don't need to measure the water because you're going to fill the batch machine with water. So there's going to be way more water. We're essentially putting 12 quarts of product in here. So in our machine, so as long as you don't go above 12 quarts with the water, that's fine. And all that does, it really just helps to mix the product and dissolve the pancake mix, the sugar, any solids that you have in there. We don't want to pour dry product into our machine because dry product will wear the blades, like dry sugar will wear the blades a little bit quicker. So we want to make sure that everything is dissolved. So we're just basically putting a homogenized mixture liquid into our machine to freeze.